Здорово всем, ребятушки, как делишки? Начинаем игру. Ой-ой-ой, нормально. Да, я думал, с таким скелет рисует. Ну ладно. Чаечку маленько. Сюда, пока он рисует. Начинаем проходить Greedfall, получается. А, мы создаем перса, хорошо. Мужчину или женщину? А что у меня тут за шрам? Давай готовый вариант посмотрим. Это у всех будет шрам такой, да? Окей. Ну давай, готовый вариант посмотрим пока. Хорошо. За женщину? Не, за мужчину, конечно же. Ну вот это нормально, только мы сейчас немножко цвет волос на черный. Опа, сюда. Ой, похож уже на меня. Так, дальше. Усы и борода. Что у нас тут? Такая легкая небритость? Не подойдет. Вот такое, как у меня прям. Отлично. Дальше. Брови. Издеваться будем или нормальная будет брови? А, тут нельзя поиздеваться. Ладно, вот такое. И коричневые глаза мы делаем. Все, ну вылет и я. Господи, давайте дальше. К следующему этапу. Ну, я всегда за мага играл во все игры, поэтому здесь тоже маг. Так, давайте почитаем. Начальные навыки. Кольцо божественной магии, паралич, тяжелое одноручное оружие. Хорошо. Рекомендованные характеристики. Духовная сила, сила воли. Хорошо, запомнил. Рекомендованные таланты. Наука и интуиция. Договорились? Это здесь это наука? А, сила воли. Вот, окей. Так, сила увеличивает урон, наносит холодное оружие. Но мы за мага нам дадут же какое-то заклинание, наверное, на начальный этап. Дальше ловкость. Увеличивает урон, наносить холодное оружие. Скорее, это характерно, чтобы сражаться лучшим одноручным и двуручным оружием. Пока не надо. Увеличивает урон, наносимый заклинаниями. Во. Лучшие кольца. Что такое кольца? Кольца это, наверное, типа руна магическая. Выносливость улучшает запас здоровья. О, это хорошо. А, еще чтобы носить тяжелую броню, нам это не сильно интересно. Нестрельное оружие тоже интересно. Сила воли увеличивает запас магии и длительность действий заклинаний. Сразу берем и маг. Дальше одно очко снова. Так, харизма. Позволяет немного дешевле покупать товары у торговцев, улучшает боевые навыки спутников. Окей, позволяет больше вероятность достигать успеха в некоторых вариантах диалога. Вот это очень хорошо, особенно для начального этапа, чтобы что-то купить, что-то продать. Держать равновесие, что за бред? Ну, ремесло, понятно, нам не надо. Наука. Позволяет делать простые зелья, позволяет разрушить хрупкие стены с помощью взрывчатки. Наука интересна. Интуиция. Обнаружение мест с ресурсами. Увеличит количество собираемых ресурсов и трофеев, открывая дополнительные варианты в диалогах. Тоже интересно. Ну, давайте для начала харизму все-таки. Поехали начать игру. Создать этого персонажа? Конечно, братишка. О, дали много всякого прикольного. Ага, я еще мелок, хорошо. Почти закончили, дядя, что ты моросишь? А, мастер. Какой мастер, блядь?
Your cousin is nowhere to be found. I've searched the palace from cellars to attics. Your uncle is beside himself.
He was of a mind to paint the town last night. Don't worry, I shall track him down. Make care to your own preparations without wrinkling another frown. We'll meet you on the boat.
Встретимся на
It's
корабле.
about time
Хорошо?
your cousin took
Вашему
account of the
кузену пора понять,
responsibilities
как
awaiting
на
him.
него возложено.
He should go and inform the ambassadors of Telemi and the Bridge Alliance of his departure.
Have no fear, Master. I will go and see them in his name.
Закончим в следующий раз, братишка, наш
I beg your
видишь?
pardon, but urgent matters call me away. Might we finish all this later?
Impossible, my lord. You are leaving with the tide, if what I've been told is correct.
I am sorry, sir. Truly, I must be going.
My lord, please, I beg you. Her Highness has personally requested I finish.
Thank you, cousin, for getting me out of that.
Ага, ну управление нормально. Назад мы никак не можем пойти. Что у нас? Так, основное задание, дополнительное задание. Хорошо, компас находится в верхней части экрана по центру. Окей, это интересно. Тап. Тап это у нас заклинание, действие. Ну, я думаю, сейчас нас научат чему-то тут. Инвентарь, наверное, на И все-таки. Да, окей. Камзол удачи. Давай его. Руки. Перчатки ювелира. Ремесло +1. А ремесла было 3 или 5? По-моему, 3. Хорошо. Вероятность трофеев 25%. Сюда его. Зеленая одежда, да? Потертый молот с шипами, да, у меня сейчас стоит. А это что, кольцо неофрита, оглушение, выработка ярости. Пока мы еще не знаем, что это. Физического урона нету никакого. Ага, предмет уже выбран. И рапира алхимика, да, у нас стоит. Это первое оружие, второе, типа, да. Но сейчас мы как-то попробуем. А, ну да, А, Б, окей. Шея, маленькое ожерелье. Оно уже стоит. Сопротивление урону ядом, отлично. Нормальные стартовые предметы. Требуется характеристика. Скорострельность 1, да, вот это надо. А, огнестрельное оружие. Торжественный отъезд, попрощаться с матерью надо, хорошо. Ага. Придворный учитель, окей, хорошо. Ну, пока выглядит интересная игра. Ага, вот такая у нас магия. Мать у нас находится там, 44 метра, окей. Здесь я не могу пройти, я понял. Идем дальше. Там есть ступеньки наверх. Мать находится наверху или внизу? Как открыть двери? Никак. Как спрятать оружие?
Hey! Green blood!
Kurt.
And so the day has finally come. My royal fledglings are leaving the nest.
Accompanied by their most loyal and tenacious master of arms.
As loyal as your goal.
Oh, enough with the cold mercenary. I know you like us. Still hiding your men in the unsuspecting shadows of the greats of this world, I see.
Hey, our blades are the only thing keeping you dainties alive.
Kurt, I'm not in need of your protection. I'm no longer a child, you know.
Is that so? Well, let's see. Fight with honor!
Может, мне надо этот? Защита, окей. Магический блок. Ага, и уклонение shift. Докажите Курту, что умеете драться. Нажмите на пробел. Привязать. Ну, пускай будет к 4.
You defend yourself well, Greenblood. One might think you had a proper master of arms.
The best.
You already training for your new post of legate? Don't tire yourself. Flattery'll get you nowhere. But for the fight, you have remembered your basics. Your performance just got you out of a final lesson. Unless you want to go through the paces again before we depart.
No, thanks all the same. I've quite a few tasks to check off my list before we depart.
And here you are already assuming your political functions. And in a hurry.
Ну что
Always
поделать,
too
дружечка?
busy. Very
Бегу,
well.
бегу.
If you ever want to go over your basics later, visit one of our barracks on the Isle. You'll always find a training partner to give you a friendly fight.
I'll remember that. Thanks. Are your bags packed for the great departure?
Yes, you know I get by with very little. You're not angry that I'm coming with you, I hope.
Да, ни в коем случае.
On the contrary, I'm thrilled that both you and Sir de Corsilian are joining our party. A few friends at your side in unknown territory is a boon.
Ah, so the old goat is coming too. And there I was thinking I would die of boredom on the trip. By the way, where is our future governor hiding? I was hoping to put his skills to the test as well.
I have no
Это
idea.
кто, кузен, двоюродный
He had
брат.
plans to celebrate his departure last night, and we haven't seen him since. You know Constantine. I should have gone with him, but my heart wasn't in the mood for celebration. The thought of bidding my mother farewell.
It is never easy to say goodbye. But you should be going to see her now. She must be waiting for you. I'll meet you in front of the
Но
palace.
если бы ты меня не остановил, я бы уже с
Then
ней
we'll go and find
попиздел. Ну что ты,
Constantine
блядь?
together.
Very well. I'll meet you as soon as I've said my goodbyes.
Хорошо. Тут стоит искать ништяки на начальном квесте? Я думаю, нет. Ух ты, прикольно, алхимик какой-то. А можно с ним поговорить, повзаимодействовать как-то? Тупо убить раз? Не хочет. И открыть, окей.
What is this?
О,
Have you not been taught to knock? Oh, it's you, my dear child.
I'm sorry. I'm having trouble getting used to your condition.
Come now, let's speak of more pleasant things.
да, жалко, жалко, жалко.
I'm so very happy to hear your voice. You remind me so much of your father. I do miss him so. Today is the big day, isn't it? Ready to set sail for that island everyone's talking about.
Yes, but the idea of leaving you behind, alone and ill.
Dying, my child. Alas, there is nothing you can do by staying that would ease my suffering. One thing brings me cheer. They say the island is full of miracles, and we might find a cure.
Even if I were to find it, I would never be able to return in time to...
I know. But it brings me comfort to know my son has left on a mission to heal his people. Come now. It is time for you to take leave. Here. Take this with you.
Фу, она ж может быть заразная.
What is it?
Чё она там
A
нам
family heirloom. Something that... Take it and keep it with you. May it bring you good luck. All my blessings go with you, my child. Now, be off.
Так. Шляпу нам дали какую-то. Ну, шляпа в натуре шляпа, бля. Z ходьба, левый shift вверх. Ну это понятно. Оборудование, паралич. Паралич. Давай на троечку его. О, привязал. Что еще есть? Пробивная тень, левый контрол, яростная магическая атака, крю. Окей. Что тут есть какие-то ништяки, друзья? Карта, да. Ну, давайте пока порыскаем, что у нас тут есть. Ой, бедолаги, что-то в этом городе не так. Что это такое? Низкий уровень магической энергии. Она восстанавливается потихоньку. Окей, надо прокачать это. Нет, моя. Золотые монеты 2. Окей, кто-то на нас напал. Какая-то. И снаряжение. Сопротивление стихийному урону, сопротивление урону ядом. Качество 29, броня 36. Это получше, да? А вероятность трофеев плюс 25. Извините. Извините. Извините, оставим, пожалуй. Ага, и мой уровень он увеличивается потихоньку. Вот, тут их какая-то кладовка. Магическая ловушка. Магическая ловушка, которая взрывается при приближении врага и наносит магический урон. О, прикольно. Магический урон 400. Боеприпасы. Треуголка. Можно продать это. 76 из 200. Это в сундуке или у меня? Это у меня, да, походу. Монеты забираем, парализующую ловушку берем. Ну, не зря, видишь, сюда пришли. Ну, пока игрушка мне нравится. Ага, прыгать мы не можем, да? Так. Начнем квест.
Sorry, Greenblood. Look, we can see the masts of the ship that'll be taking us.
Да,
This
согласен.
is one sacred adventure we're embarking on.
I hope this island will keep its promises.
In order to know that, we'll need to find
Чаёк
Constantine
сюда.
first.
You're right. Maybe he's already at the port. He was so eager to leave.
This will be quite the chore to finish before our departure. The commander wants to recover some merchandise from our supplier, but the transporter doesn't want to deliver. I did all I could to persuade. Nothing came of it. All the parliamenting fatigues me.
Курт. Он вообще не очень, да? Такой курный служит в ближнем бою. Подозрительность. $198, это нехило. Дадим ему треуголку. На, носи. Ну да, нехило.
Where would you like to begin?
I've been asked to pay visits to the ambassadors of Ptolemy and the Bridge Alliance.
Походу на Твиче у меня вообще лаги жесткие. Так, это настройки чата. Секунду, я вернусь. Все, я вернулся. Давайте посмотрим, что на ютубе происходит. Секунду. Ну, на ютубе все нормально, насколько я понимаю. Ладно, погнали. Потом разберемся. Все, Курт со мной. Если кто-то нападет, он получит PSD. Посмотрим карту. Походим. Посольство от Телемы нам сюда надо. Дом семьи Фонтен. Сообщить послу. Чем сначала Телему или сначала вот это? Что задание, дополнительное задание. Заказы. Важный объект. Это что? Договориться с продавцом? Персонаж задание. О, карта не маленькая. Это только первая локация, да? Ну, начнем с этого. Снаряжение. Это мои очки. О, тут не так уж и мало их. Щит просветленного. Паралич. Ага, ну будем качать. Всякого тут. Кристалл памяти. Можно сбросить навыки. Ага, это нам сразу дало вот это вот 3. Раз, два, 3. А за это надо будет платить. Так как мы выбрали мага, у нас есть это, да? У нас есть какие-то оставшиеся очки? 0. Окей. Магический урон плюс 10, да? Основная атака — летающая тень. Других заклинаний нету, да? Такое себе. Паралич. Чисто параличом и потом... Все, идем, не бойся. Да. Карты нет нормально, только компас. Маленько это раздражает, конечно. Ну ладно. Нужно пройти. Нет. Это фонарь. Я думал, объявление какое-то. А вот доска объявлений. Ничего нельзя взять, да? Ой, господи. Они все больные. Какая-то чума, да, у нас сейчас? Понятно, немножко мы в мир заходим, да? Чтобы понять, что происходит. На карте местности указываются важные места персонажа. То есть карту местности. Но это мы уже нашли сами. Зайдем сюда, потом зайдем сюда. Начнется какая-то сцена. Площадь князей. Что поменялась? Локация, да? Слева посол, справа посол. Давай сначала к этому.
I wish you a good day, Your Excellency.
Понятно. Доброго дня, милорд, все дела. Давай поговорим с послом.
Lord de Sade,
Ой, ля какой
I have been
красивый.
told that you were named legate. Congratulations. Those are great responsibilities for someone as young as yourself. But you will bring honor upon your family and the congregation. Of that I'm certain.
I thank you, Excellency. I've come here to inform you of our departure for Tiefredi. My cousin Constantine is about to take up office as governor of New Serene, and I'm accompanying him.
I had no idea you would be leaving so quickly. What a shame. I had thought... Well, then, that is a pity. Have a pleasant voyage. A brilliant future awaits you. They say that it is a marvelous
Ну,
island.
будем надеяться.
Please convey to your cousin my congratulations and sincere wishes for success.
You seem slightly hesitant. Please, tell me what troubles you.
A rather unscrupulous individual has been sowing trouble in Serene. A charlatan passing himself off as an
Charlatan.
alchemist.
Do people actually give credence to these lies?
Alas, yes. They snatch up his celebrated panacea, remedies worse than the ill, believe
Мы
me.
разберемся с этим
As you can
дурачком.
well imagine, alchemists are our pride. This
Нам сейчас нужен
vulgar
опыт как
trickster
никак.
casts dirt upon their reputation and our own at the same time. In any city of the Bridge Alliance, we would have arrested him. But here, we respect your laws.
I shall see what I can do, but make no promises. My departure is imminent.
I thank you, Excellency. And I am pleased to see you have taken so well to your new functions of diplomacy. The man operates in the city center. He is said to be clever and mean. Be careful.
Спросить.
Would you be so kind as to tell me what you know about the Bridge Alliance?
With pleasure. A legate needs to know the history and strengths of his allies. The alliance was sealed by several nations of the Bridge around 200 years ago. The greatest of our cities, Al-Sad, became the capital, and a council formed from the different nations. Now, this union was originally put into place, but our ancestors, and of course, today, each day...
Сильно много воды, ладно.
I need to be going. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Lord de Sade.
Хорошо, давайте сначала выполним про шарлатана. Ходим. Найти шарлатана, договориться с продавцом. Давай сразу эту телему сделаем. Потом уже займемся всеми шарлатанами и так далее. Чё, праведник, даешь какую-то миссию?
Hello, sir.
Тут тоже все закрыто.
Greetings, Your Excellency.
Здорово.
Good day, Excellency.
Sir Desade, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I have come to inform you that my cousin Constantine and I are departing for Tirfredi on the hour.
Ah, yes. I did indeed hear talk that you had both received callings of great
Да-да, получили
stature.
назначение, будем крутые
Allow
перцы,
me
да.
to congratulate you. Were you not named legate of the congregation?
You are correct, Excellency. I thank you.
It is a station of great honor that I am sure you will fill with brio and panache. The Mother Cardinal Cornelia will be enchanted to work with you, and your cousin in the future. I only regret that your departure is so sudden.
Really?
To be entirely honest with you, I was hoping to solicit your help in a rather delicate matter.
Окей, деликатное дело.
Tell me more about it. And perhaps I can take care of your problem before my departure.
Very well. A small group of dangerous heretics has found refuge in Serene. We know that your uncle tolerates the presence of all pagans within the city walls. But these particular non-believers threaten the fragile harmony of this place. We would consider it a tremendous favor if you would arrest them and deliver them to our guard.
Heresy is not a crime in Serene. You do know that. But I'm sure my uncle would hear your arguments. Why call on my intervention?
The prince would indeed give us his blessing. But it would take time. Far too much time. For according to our sources, these fugitives have already made contact with a smuggler to take them who knows where.
I see. You're hoping that I'll be able to do something before they make it to an enemy city. If your heretics are planning on boarding a ship, then they must be in the dockyards. I'll look into this and see what I can do.
Окей, посмотрим. Спросить что-то интересное.
I must be going. Farewell.
May the light...
Окей, давай подумаем секунду. Капитан как раз где-то там. Здесь найти шарлатана. Сделаем эту миссию. Дом семьи Фонтен. Давай посмотрим, что это такое. Почему не могу на второй этаж подняться? О, теперь могу. Я врезался в лампу, типа. С кем я могу тут поговорить? Тут, видимо, ни с кем. Хорошо, тогда мы уходим.
I believe I've seen you at the palace. Are you one of the prince's relatives?
Да, of course. Ты кто?
Oh, hello, Your Excellency. It is an honor.
Ясно. Найдем шарлатана пока. Как я могу туда попасть? О, сундучок. Старый вышитый камзол. Прикольно. Это не такая уж и секретка, я так понимаю, но все равно приятно.
Have a nice day, sire. I'm sorry. I'm afraid that I won't make good company.
Так.
Citizens of Citizens, I present to you Panacea, the absolute cure of everything.
Of everything. Ну, сейчас ты получишь пизды.
Stomach ailment, and even an open wound. This potion heals all of that. And more still, this little phial is the product of years of research and intensive labor. I hear you asking if this remedy can heal one from the Malachor. Alas, not yet. But your question is legitimate. I am so close to finding the cure. But the Malachor isn't the only ailment causing you to suffer. Not true. Then don't miss out on this chance and give yourself a healthy and energized life. Your life shiny and new again.
Does it really heal everything, your potion?
Everything. Absolutely everything. Except the Malachor, of course. That being said, it is known that those in top health resist the Malachor best of all. Then don't throw away this chance. Think of all the pains that this potion could help you avoid.
You are right. It's a deal. I'm gonna take two.
There's a man. Deal when he sees one. Hurry now. There won't be enough for everyone.
There he is. He's our man, no doubt.
His speech is well polished. I even feel like buying some.
You're finally tempted.
In all honesty, I haven't made up my mind yet. I want to be certain that I'm not dealing with a charlatan.
In this day and age, I can't blame you. What might I do to convince you?
Попросить продемонстрировать.
Will you drink one of your potions to prove your good faith?
Of course. I take a little sip every morning. But as I'm in perfect health, you won't be able to verify the improvement in my condition. But if it helps you make up your mind, give me just a moment. There now. As you see, I am still in excellent condition.
Come on now, I swear you take that vial out of your pocket. Nothing proves that it's the same potion that you sell to your clients.
As a man of science, I consider skepticism a remarkable quality. But in your case, it is not skepticism, but blindness.
We need to steal one of these potions and force him to drink it.
Brilliant idea, Kurt. Let's take a look at his cart.
Он не может прыгать, да? На альт прыгать? Нет. Окей. Полоска с той стороны. Этот странный алхимик, за который снял комнату наверху, просит не заходить к нему и не делать уборку. Наверное, старый дурак боится, что ты разобьешь его сканки, пустить в грязи. Если хочет, не будем ему мешать. Окей.
Greenblood, do you need something?
I must leave you.
Ой-ой-ой. Недостаточно магии. Я ж отскочил. Сюда прикольчики. Где еще один? Все, только монетки у него. Научный журнал алхимика. Страницы Списаны мелкими почвами, на них описаны результаты опыта осмотра пациента, сейчас непонятная сложность, которых не составляется мнение. Автор этих записей был очень хорошим алхимиком. Окей, возьмем один флакончик. Панацея шарлатана есть. Прям в миссии написано, что он шарлатан. У нас нету никаких зелья ярости. Что оно дает? Что делаем сначала шарлатана? О, вот и мои. Торговое сотрудничество. Курт подозрительный. Все меня подозревают в чем-то. Опыт 12 тысячи. Курт, какой у него уровень? Непонятно, да? У него 900 здоровья, а у меня 500 здоровья. Значит, он как минимум несколько левелов. Островитяне, торговое сотрудничество только. Все с подозрительностью на меня, да? Магический урон, выработка ярости 6%. А ярость это, наверное, мана, поэтому это нормально, если я возьму пробел, зелье ярости привяжу к 5, допустим. Вот, а тут еще есть. Не зря пришел сюда. Трутовик настоящий. Ну, пошли дадим ему. Держи, братишка, мы тебе зелье принесли.
I happen to have a vial of your medicine. Would you be willing to drink it in front of us? To prove that there is no risk?
This bullying is trying my patience. I'm beginning to suspect that you might be working for a rival.
You refuse to taste it?
You might have put something in it to cause me harm or further disgrace.
No, look. The vial is still sealed. It comes straight from your stock.
And you dare challenge me when you have just admitted to being a thief?
Come now. You can see for yourself that I'm gladly returning your vial, so that you might drink it in front of witnesses. This might help to dissipate my doubts, as well as those of these brave folk.
Yes, no, you don't have the right.
Damnation. He got away. He can't have gone far.
Find him before his head ends up on a spike.
Think back to the note that we found. We need to take a look at the tavern. He won't leave the city without his belongings.
Окей. Таверна здесь как раз, отлично. Где шарлатан?
Good day to you. What is your pleasure?
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Я могу это взять? Видимо, могу. Вот здесь какие-то знатные перцы. Ага, он как раз наверху. Ну тут, наверное, девицы нормально тут кайфуют. Наверху, окей. Еще выше. Окей. Должна быть лестница. Тут лестницы наверх нету. Здесь? Ага, здесь есть лестница. Тут у нас что? Ага.
Locked. Locked.
Ага.
Locked.
Взлом, наверное, мы тоже прокачаем со временем. Так, тут у нас что? Монеты, шурупы. Возьмем руду, заберем, продадим. Сейчас все пойдет. Шарлатан здесь слева. Здесь у нас есть что? Ничего. Так, что у нас тут есть? Ничего.
You again? What are you doing in my room?
I'm not the only one that has found you. Have you seen the mob that is gathering in the street?
I'm neither deaf nor blind. By the spheres. Why didn't I leave the city while there was still time?
The Alliance ambassador is quite unsettled by your commerce, and he is the one who sent me.
Sahin. Him again. Ruining my career wasn't enough for him. He's the very reason I had to leave the Alliance. And here I am, playing the part of the potion maker. Me, who was once a respected member of the Academy of Al-Sad.
Спросить о мотивах.
Why does Sahin bear you such hatred?
I wasn't fortunate enough to oppose certain great minds of the Academy. To criticize their methodology. I saw them inflicting torture on sick prisoners. Making them drink the most vile poisons. To find a remedy to the Malachor they won't hesitate to kill. I could not keep my silence.
It is for an act of courage that you fell from grace and earned Sahin's hatred.
Но почему он не пил?
Dr. Sahin warned me that you were an imposter.
That doesn't surprise me coming from him. I was a master alchemist. I understand if you don't believe me after all that, but I have a number of documents to prove it. I would still be one if Sahin hadn't set up a chain of machinations to disgrace me.
Are you not ashamed to have poisoned those poor souls?
These potions are not harmful. That is to say that they don't contain any harmful ingredients.
But you could just as easily produce real healing potions. So why don't you?
You don't understand. I fled, but I haven't put a stop to my own research. This potion is an attempt to create in those who drink it a resistance to the Malachor.
So you manipulate people to use as experimental fodder. That is completely unethical.
I don't have a choice, but it does not harm them, I assure you.
If this potion were inoffensive, then why wouldn't you drink it when I offered it to you?
I ran tests on myself for such a long time that I ended up becoming intolerant to it. A small sip of this mixture provokes in me now a violent reaction. The mob would have been furious in any case, but a normal dose, I assure you, is without risk.
Your methods don't seem so different than those of your colleagues.
I don't torture people. And this potion only has side effects in high doses.
Perhaps, but you're hurting innocents. I cannot let your commerce continue.
So, what are you going to do with me, sir?
Тяжелый выбор, тяжелый выбор. Он будет продолжать свои эксперименты, если мы поможем ему сбежать. Но арестовать он ищет...
I'm going to help you leave the city, but you must promise never to return.
I swear it.
Very well then. I need to first get you away from those who want to see you hanged.
If we can't find a way to sneak out of here discreetly, we will have to confront the populace.
I haven't lost hope that I'll be able to help them hear reason.
It would be better if I remain hidden while waiting.
Окей. Сейчас мы поговорим с толпой. Они блюют, типа?
Please listen, I beg you.
If you want him to reimburse you, get in the back of the line like everyone else.
Believe me, I understand why you're angry.
Me? It's not money I want. That charlatan tried to poison us. I couldn't give a flying pile of dung for your pretty words. We're gonna hang him high. And you too, if you're an accomplice.
How absurd! I'm the one who put an end to his operation.
Well, in that case, help us catch him so he can be punished like he deserves.
He's trapped. He'll have to come out someday, you'll see.
Видишь, интуиции пока нету. Ваш уровень этого таланта недостаточно высок. Компенсация, приказать всем разойтись, они не уйдут 100%. Какую компенсацию мы им можем дать?
I can procure you some excellent potions, as long as you promise to put an end to this. True potions of healing like those you thought you were buying.
What are you, some sort of alchemist then? I hope you're not the same feather as the other. If that's the case, we have enough rope to hang the both of them!
Trust me. I swear that each and every one of you will receive one.
Our trust was already given. We're going nowhere without seeing the merchandise. Such a large number of potions. This story's gonna cost you a fortune.
These vials could be lying around anywhere. I need to keep my eyes peeled.
Окей, зелье здоровья нам надо будет найти. Ремесло позволяет улучшить оружие, броню, наука позволяет создавать зелья и ловушки. Чтобы работать мастерством, нужно обладать определенным знанием. Способ развиваться таланты, определенное снаряжение, помощь спутников. Чтобы получить бонус, каждый шкаф таланта открывает новые рецепты. Для создания предмета вам понадобятся ингредиенты, которые можно будет купить или найти. Понял? Понял. Так, хорошо, нам надо будет... Давай у него спросим, может у него есть этот... Целебная этот... Письмо алхимика Зарвари, тем, что надеемся покой в Сирене, не оправдались после вашего отъезда в Академию, оказалось в удручающем состоянии. Ваши обвинители ведут себя так, словно законов для них не существует. Постоянно проводят сомнительные опыты, мы ничего не можем сделать, лишь молчать и ждать. Искренне надеюсь, что ваши поиски увенчаются успехом, ваш друг. С ним можно поговорить?
Did you find a way to get me out of this hornet's nest?
No, not yet. I've taken a long look at the situation.
Но он же алхимик, мы можем у него нормальное зелье попросить? Ладно, пойдем пока. Ключ от кладовой трактирщика. О, прикольно. Первый уровень взлома тут нужен. А поспать я могу? Чтобы восстановить здоровье. Нет, не могу. Так, есть ключ трактирщика.
The servant's door. The lock's double bolted.
Locked. I don't have the key.
Еще один ключ.
The key to the tavern. Locked.
Let's go and find the alchemist. We need to get him out of here as fast as we can.
Ага, мы можем вот так вот его вывести.
So, did you find a way to get me out of this hornet's nest?
Yes. I need to get you out of here. I have unlocked the service entrance. You will be able to sneak out of there discreetly.
Without being skinned alive by the mob?
You need to remain prudent. I will escort you to your cart.
I follow you.
Let's sneak out the back.
I hope we don't run into any unhappy patients.
Отлично, это лучший способ, чем отдавать им зелье.
Customers, and we have no choice but to go this way. Holy leaders, they've seen
To my help! And death to the others! Move away! Things are about to get dicey! I'm running out of energy. Drink a potion!
Ёбаный рот. есть опыт не идет, я понимаю. Где еще трупы? Нужен магазин срочно продать все эти дела. Жалко не показывается, что тут покупатели, не покупатели, непонятно, куда я могу идти, куда я не могу идти. Здесь я могу пройти, интересно, до полоски. Да, здесь, по-моему, можно. Отлично, мы, кстати, повысили уровень, если что.
My cart, finally. I owe you my life. How can I ever thank you?
Just do us the favor of never coming back. And stop this deceitful commerce.
Have no worries about that. I'm not going to forget this lesson anytime soon.
Move along now. Get out of here while there's still time.
Would you accept this as a token of my gratitude? Farewell,
Сюда
my
опыт, дай мне опыта побольше. Он мне не дал вообще опыта. Ага. Мы сами дойдем до посольства, все равно. О, прикольно, знаки отображаются. Поговорим, все расскажем.
Lord Desade.
I track.
На Твиче это все лагает, да?
He managed to slip through our fingers.
Once again. That man is part eel.
We followed his trail to the Coin Guard Tavern, but he had already escaped. All the same, you have nothing to fear. He will never step foot in Serene again.
We'll eventually catch up with him and deliver the punishment that his crimes deserve. Governor Burhan will be happy to learn that such an amiable legate will soon cross the shores of Tir Fredi. Thank you for your help, Excellency, and allow me to offer you this modest gift.
Давай мне опыта за это.
I need to be going.
О, 1000 опыта, отлично.
Goodbye, Lord Desade.
Еще есть какие-то миссии?
Lord Desade.
Да. Спросить.
I need to be going.
Goodbye, Lord
Ничего
Desade.
интересного. Окей, хорошо, погнали дальше. Далее. Тут у нас неожиданно появилось одно очко. Кстати, вот эти все вещи мы тоже можем прокачивать. Видите, это не обязательно начальную выбирать профессию и потом типа не. Эффект исчезает при нанесении урона. Длительность действия плюс 20. Ага, то есть пока мы одного поставим в паралич, мы другого должны бить. Вот так это работает. Основная атака, летящая тень. Магический урон плюс 10. Ну, давай пока развивать атакующие способности. Сопротивление мага урону для мага, вот это вот вообще способность кайфовая. Дальше. Ага, это мои предметы. Характеристики. Следующее очко на 4-м уровне. А таланты на уровне 5. Вот так это работает. Хорошо, тут понятно. Сумка. Ловушки. Зелье магии появилось. Зелье магии плюс 500. А, это без веса ерунда. Панацея шарлатана. Серебряный брусок. Хорошо. Ага, инвентарь вот этот, он отдельно. Равновесие 20%, интуиция плюс 1. А, видишь, мы могли с теми договориться. Ну ладно, уже ничего не сделаешь с этим. Продавать бы эти вещи все было бы достаточно неплохо. Что это такое? Клепанная кираса. Броня нехилая. Но здесь у нас вероятность трофеев 25. И это пиздец подкупает. А это я не могу, потому что мне надо выносливость. Дополнительные задания. Договориться с продавцом, найти контрабандиста. Давай по карте посмотрим, что у нас тут имеется. Давай мы это поставим на 3. Мы не можем, да? Как я вышел? Почему я вышел? Во. Магический урон 88. Хорошо. По перчаткам. Тут ремесло дает плюс 1. Тут дает и ремесло, и сопротивление стихийному урону. Ноги. Удобные сапоги. Чуть получше сапожки. Хорошо, шляпа у нас нормально, тут мы все разобрались. Окей. Давай посмотрим, что у нас есть. Договориться с продавцом. торговец. Давай сначала к торговцу. Продаем ерунду всякую. Здравствуй, бычишка. Мы первый раз встречаемся, но рады. Продать. Кстати, рапиру алхимика надо поставить, а я поставил тяжелый боевой молот. Это мы продадим, да. По броне. Вот, 3 разбойничьи шляпы. Я думаю, нам будет тут все пока очень. Броня побольше, но тут еще сопротивление стихийному. Ну, в принципе, это пока не важно. Просто продаем. Да, ботинки, удобные сапоги продаем за 2, украшения. Все. Здесь у нас что? Ловушки мы все оставим, да? Да, они, по-моему, не берут вес. Я пока крафтить ничего не буду. Там мы все оставим. Все отлично. Давай мы... А, здесь требуется характеристика одноручное оружие. Хорошо. Так, дальше. Журнал. Договориться с продавцом. Ты продавец? Ага, тут можно и контрабандиста найти. Ну давай сначала выполним эту миссию. Так как нам нужен опыт. Новостей нет.
Good day, good sir. How might I be of
Он заболел
service?
тоже.
You can start by explaining to me why you refused to honor the orders agreed upon with the guard.
There's been a misunderstanding, sir. Of course we're ready to honor the orders. In fact, I've already had a word with your master at arms.
They're asking that we pay again, despite having already paid.
It's just that the price has gone up since. I've nothing to do with it.
This is inadmissible. If you agree on a sum, you need to honor that agreement.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm just an agent. And I'm only obeying orders.
Давай подробности.
Your master has apparently asked you to demand a second payment for this merchandise.
That's right. He told me that their attendant seemed to be hiding something when he passed the order. And so he must have thought the guard would end up paying in the end, whatever he asked for.
I'll be damned. And I'm the one they've sent to settle the affair.
Sorry, Captain, it's nothing personal. I'm only following orders.
Following orders? Yeah, we hear you. Makes one wonder which one of the two of us is a coin guard.
Why don't we go and solicit other suppliers, Kurt?
When we've already paid for the merchandise? If these thieves agree to reimburse the original payment, it's what we do immediately. And do know, in the future, we won't be shopping with them. Well, I should think not.
This whole story sounds suspicious and stinks of a scandal. You're demanding a second payment but refuse to reimburse the one that was already made.
I'm not the one demanding nor refusing. It's my master.
This stubborn fool is pushing me to madness. You understand now why I'm asking for your help?
Интуицию надо будет прокачать тоже. Тюремным заключением.
I don't think you understand who you're dealing with. Perhaps I failed to present myself properly. Lord de Sardet, nephew of the Prince d'Orsay and legate of the Congregation of Merchants. During our conversation, you explained to me that your master forced you to commit a crime. That's regrettable, especially as you will be considered his accomplice in extortion, theft. You know as well as I that the congregation does not tolerate such illegal activities.
But I'm only obeying orders.
That is a shame. Well, as orders are the only language you seem to understand, I order you to return the guard the merchandise, without delay. Unless you'd rather your master is hung and that you finish your days in prison.
As you request, my lord. I shall go immediately and ask that these crates be delivered to the attendant.
Now that's a wise decision.
Thank you. I was beginning to think this would never end. You're certainly honoring your new title. Bravo! The quartermaster must be expecting us.
Теперь давай посмотрим на свои характеристики. Торговое содружество, симпатия. Ну хотя Курт все равно подозрительность ко мне испытывает. Странно, странно, странно. Характеристики. Запас магии плюс 100. Просто запас магии растет здесь. Духовная сила. Есть еще варианты получить как-то очки, таланты. Харизму хорошо, что вкачали. Интуицию. Брать дополнительные варианты в диалогах. Можно тоже в единичку. Хотя вот взлом тоже интересно. Наука тоже интересно. Но ремесло нам не надо, энергичность нам не надо. Я думаю, вот эти вот 4 таланта будем качать. Наука интересно делать зелье. Алхимия все-таки все такое. Хорошо, разберемся по ходу дела. Так. Теперь нам надо найти контрабандиста. Это что? А, мы еще не закончили задание? Ну, давай. Где ты есть?
Sir de Sardet, I presume. It is an honor to make your acquaintance. Captain, you set sail soon. Have you seen to our little business?
Yes. We were finally able to recover your merchandise.
Excellent news. I'm afraid, though, that your mission isn't completely finished, Kurt.
Blast me, I'm a captain, not an errand boy.
The commander was quite explicit.
Very well. What do I need to do?
The merchandise that you obtained needs to be sent to Tier 3D as soon as possible. But the Port Authority formalities for shipping take an eternity to wade through. And we've already lost quite a bit of time with this dishonest merchant.
Are you blatantly asking us to smuggle this merchandise and contraband?
I would never ask you to do such a thing, Your Excellency.
Ah, but you don't mind asking that of Kurt?
Well, now, if he finds an alternative solution that is less illegal, that would be fine. The method matters not. But this cargo must reach the Isle on the next ship.
Marvelous.
Well then, I await your return with utmost impatience. I'm certain you shall do what's required.
Greenblood, do you need something?
I wondered if you ever felt lonely.
I always do. Why, do you want to rectify this?
And what if I said yes?
Well, I'd be grateful, I suppose. But sadly, Green. Anything else?
I must leave you.
Понятно, понятно, нормально, нормально, пойдет. Надо будет проверить там, как была трансляция на Твиче. Сейчас я ее отключил. Сейчас я ее отключил. Потом проверим, значит. Пока на ютубчике постримим. Так, хорошо, но первое поручение мы сделали. Так, ребятушечки, подписываемся, не забываем. Так, что у нас там? Все здесь. А контрабандист нам зачем? Справку. Этого я понимаю. Ладно, у нас все там, пойдем туда пока.
Lively there, lads and lasses! I promised the merchants and their prince we'd be off before the tide. You, man, carry that properly. That porcelain is worth more than your life. There are some children we'd be best to refuse.
Captain Vasco.
And you are?
I'm de Sade, the prince's nephew. If all is in order, we will soon be embarking on your boat.
It's a ship, not a boat.
Apologies.
Apologies for my asking, but the young governor isn't with you.
He didn't come home this morning. I need to find him before departure.
I hope nothing's happened to him or he hasn't changed his mind. The tide does not wait.
Perhaps he simply celebrated his imminent departure with a little too much enthusiasm. Is everything ready?
We're short a crew member. The cabin boy is missing. But have no fear, we will leave without him if he does not present himself before the tide.
Is he an important member of the crew?
We don't need him for sailing or navigation. He's only a cabin boy.
He must have simply had a bit too much to drink in celebrating his departure. Like another I know.
I doubt that. Jonas was never one to fancy drink. And it's been 2 days since last he was seen. No, I fear something bad has happened to him. Might I ask you, if you hear anything, could you report it to me? I would like to set sail with a clear mind.
Хорошо.
When did you see your cabin boy for the last time?
It's been 2 days since I've had any news at all. It wasn't out of the ordinary until this morning. My men have free shore leave when we're at dock. But the day of departure, every able-bodied sailor must be present on the ship.
Does the boy know anyone in Serene?
Other than fellow Norts, you mean? I don't think so, but it's difficult to be sure.
This Jonas, does he have any close friends amongst the crew?
In tradition, we are all members of the same family. But yes, there would be Flavia and Laura.
Might I have a word with them?
As you wish. You'll find them over there, in port.
Отлично.
Have you seen anyone wandering about? Suspicious looking. Maybe clandestine passengers?
Take a look around. There are far too many comings and goings to spot possible stowaways. As long as they don't try and get on my ship, I pay no attention to them. That said, we did catch ourselves a smuggler just a while ago.
A smuggler? Maybe he could be of some use. Where could I find him?
In the port jails, not far from the warehouses. May I ask you, why the sudden interest in smugglers and the odd stowaway?
Nothing to bother yourself about. I'm just curious.
You wouldn't, by the sheerest of coincidences, be on the trail of a couple of heretics, Your Excellency. The same a couple of the ambassadors of Ptolemy's men have been looking for nigh on 2 days.
And so you know about that?
Of course. The Cardinal's henchmen are hard to miss, even in a crowd. And they were making quite a fuss, hoping we would cave in and help them in their hunt. Feel free to carry out your own investigation, but you'll end up with the same answers. The port brigs, just like the warehouses, are property of the Naughts. No one else may enter.
I have a favor to ask before we leave.
I'm all ears.
We would like to load some merchandise into your ship's hold.
Impossible. You're too late for that. All merchandise must be registered at the Port Authority, and the formalities are long. So, unless you're asking me to turn smuggler and hide contraband on my vessel...
I wouldn't go that far. We're only talking about a few crates after all.
Well then, they'll have to wait. The next ship for New Serene leaves in a month.
Hellfire. If that shipment doesn't leave today, the commander will have my hide.
Captain, I understand your position, but isn't there some way we can get these crates on board?
I doubt it. Even if I wanted to help you, my quartermaster is a half-crazed bridge troll. He's gotten into his head that a gang of ruffians want to use my ship to pass contraband over to Tirfredi. He's placed guards where our cargo is being held before being loaded. All that is not in the warehouse and noted on the manifest will be left on the docks. Sorry, but your crates are gonna have to wait until the next ship sets sail.
Sorry, Kurt. At least we tried.
The commander is gonna have my head. I'm sure that's what he wanted in giving me this impossible task.
In that case, we're going to have to doctor the manifest ourselves. It must be at the Harbour Master's office. You haven't heard anything about my cousin by chance, have you? To be honest, we were hoping to find him here.
Did you say he was intending on celebrating his departure? My men spoke of a rather...
That isn't the safest place in the city. I hope nothing has happened to him.
Let's go and find him. Thank you, Captain.
Happy to be of some help.
Could you tell me a little about your guild?
We are masters of the oceans. Our ships can sail where no others dare.
Thanks to your magic, so I've heard. How do you become a Nord?
Our magic, yes, that only the Nords master. As for your question, any child born on one of our ships is seaborn. He is a Nord from birth. Others are sea-gifted, joining the Nords for different reasons, often from a young age. It's how the guild is made and maintains its numbers.
Be back soon, Captain.
We need to have a word with that people smuggler the sailor mentioned.
He's a captain, Kurt, like yourself. And in order to interrogate the smuggler, we'll need to find a way into his jail.
Подделать записи. Миссии появилась пиздец. Выяснить, где Константин. Расследовать исчезновение Юнги. Ну, давай сначала о еретиках.
Greenblood, do you need something?
I must leave you.
Это относится нафтам, да? 2 меча, но у меня нету. Давай. У нас что?
Captain, sir, we were given orders to wait here with the merchandise.
You're going to have to wait. We need to find a way to clear the access to the warehouse.
Давай сначала исчезновение Юнги. Займемся этим вопросом.
Well, perhaps we'll discover some useful information.
Good day, sailor. I've been told that you know the
Talking about Jonas, but like I've been crying to the 9 death wind.
What do you think about Captain Vass?
He's a just man who knows his...
It's a pity that he hasn't much heart for lass.
Were you a witness to the event?
Yes, I was. Even though I'd had a few tumblers in the belly, I hadn't yet lost my head.
Okay.
The other day, in the tavern, I saw him. And then when we left, him and I, well, those brutes were there, waiting for him. They just up and...
Why didn't you intervene?
I tried to, believe me. But my legs...
Ну понятно, набухался.
Unfortunately not. I know all too well what weight my word the captain. No, not telling him that. I still...
Why would anyone want to snatch a mere cabin boy?
How would I know? Jonas is a gentle boy who keeps his head down.
С какой-то красавицей переспал.
You think my story is nothing but mess too, don't you?
It's just that I can't imagine a gang of thugs hoping to get a ransom for a cabin boy. Thank you, Lara. I need to be going.
Мы еще не все у него спросили.
Hello again.
Well, no.
No. Did Jonas seem troubled to you the night he disappeared?
Maybe. For sure he was.
Do you know what was on his mind?
No.
Did anyone else see the kidnap?
There was still a small crowd in there. I seem to recall that regular being there. Kind of fellow who plays from morning to night to be that skilled. But now and again.
Thank you, Lara. I need...
Ты не будешь говорить со мной? Дневник контрабандиста. У меня 2 новых зайца хотят уехать в Альсад, пока их не поймали инквизиторы. Это усложняет работу. Думаю, я смогу незаметно провести их на корабль, но придется потрудиться. Надеюсь, им хватит терпения. Спрячу их, пока наскладится, потом кроме... Ага.
Good day. Someone told me that you're a friend of Jonas's, the young cabin boy who's gone missing.
That's right, yeah. Are you looking for him?
Yes. Your captain asked...
Happy to hear he's taken the disappearance seriously.
What do you think about
He's a damn good navigator. He knows his craft well, in spite of being...
How old is he?
He's not seen his 25th year yet. If he keeps it up, he'll be an ad...
Спросить, когда видела в последний раз.
2 days ago, in the evening.
2 дня назад. Окей. Пили в таверне. Это мы уже знаем.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary?
Maybe a tad troubled.
Выглядел задумчивым.
Boy, I haven't the faith.
Она не знает почему. Когда видела в последний раз?
2 days ago, in the evening. We went to have a drink.
Это мы уже спрашивали. Привычки.
What does Jonas do in his free time? When you're on...
He just hangs around here or there. You know the cabin, and when evening comes, we usually go down the tavern with good old Lauro.
Did he ever have one?
Never. He sips his pint like it was bad medicine.
Does he know anyone in Serene?
No one, far as...
Do you think he could have made himself any...
I wouldn't think that for a moment. Jonas hasn't...
I don't know where to start with this.
No.
And you don't believe him?
I like Lauro, don't get me wrong, he's like a brother. The itch for a drink gets us all. Here, yesterday. I called back to him.
What do you think about Captain...
He knows he's not...
I need to be going.
Strange story, this is.
Something isn't right here, I can feel it. We need to lift the veil on this.
Да, довольно-таки странно. Пошли в таверну. Ага, вот стрезили здоровья. Значит, можно было с ними договориться, найти изделия по всему городу, типа. Вот ты прикинь, 6 зелий по всему вот этому городу. А вот это верно. В игре, как правило, каждое задание можно выполнить несколькими способами. Всегда есть несколько вариантов пойти на хитрость, довериться интуиции, переубедить собеседника, подкупить его или создать нужный предмет в мастерской, чтобы развить свои таланты, тратить очки или выиграть снаряжение, дающие бонус. Если враг оказался несговорчивым, его можно запугать или убить в бою. Понятно. С трактирщиком сейчас будем тренироваться.
I'm looking for my cousin. His name is Constantine. I believe
there was indeed a party here.
Whatever do you mean?
A brawl broke out. My tavern was shattered.
I'm sorry. Amongst the rebel rousers, did the hair down to his neck, light brown, blue?
I don't believe it. Of course. I hope you've come to reimburse me. Don't count on. A good half of my furniture was broken into firewood.
Let me take a look. Perhaps it can be repaired.
If you can fix it.
25 минут, ладно, пошел нахуй.
Excellent. Honest books makes for honest friendships. Your cousin is either a very bad joker or a right good fool. He went and insulted a band of ruffians from the lower boroughs. Dangerous fellows. They've a storehouse they operate out of a few streets from here.
What kind of business do they run?
Several, actually, and they're all illegal and profitable. But you didn't hear that from me. In any case, if you were set on recovering your cousin, I would hurry if I were you. They're not the tender sorts.
Thank you for the information.
Off with ya. Get him out of whatever mess he's got himself into. Seemed like a courageous fella. Anything else?
Конечно. О пропавшем юноше.
I'm looking for a Naut. A young cabin boy who's been missing roll call for 2 days now.
A Naut, you say? That's not a lot to go on. There are quite a few that come to my tavern.
According to one of his fellows, he would have been taken right here.
A kidnapping? In my establishment? You surely jest. Or at least I hope you do. I would have noticed. That doesn't hold water.
Someone told me about one of your faithful clients. A big gambler, it would seem.
I see. An able-bodied man. Passes his time lightening the pouches of sailors coming through.
Where might I find him at this time?
Here? He would never give away his chair at his table. Anything else?
Че еще можешь? Ничего.
I need to be off.
Goodbye.
Сохраняться надо. Сохранимся на всякий случай.
I don't recognize you.
Ой, ты заболел, братишка.
No, have no fear about that. It's for a different reason that I am here. I'm looking for a Naut that disappeared 2 days ago, after visiting this establishment. A young cabin boy. 2 members of his crew accompanied him.
Yes, that does ring a bell. I've played with the 3 of them.
What can you tell me about the boy? How was he that night?
He seemed rather nervous, as if he was worried about something. Didn't feel like playing, that I remember. And he must have been right to be nervous, if he's disappeared.
Tell me what happened that evening.
A rich merchant came in, with a band of strong arms. The kind of men you can round up for a few coins, if you catch my drift. They exchanged words with the cabin boy. The kid was defensive, not sitting pretty. And then they finally left.
And after that?
It just so happens that I did go out for a breather. Needed some fresh air. And I think I might well have seen those same men grab him. But that was none of my business. I wouldn't have thought that they were kidnapping him if that's what it was. They weren't particularly rough with him.
Who was the rich merchant, do you think? A jilted lover? A moneylender?
No, sir. You are in luck. It so happens that I know the man. It was Sir Fontaine, that merchant.
Where can I find him?
He has a house in the wealthy boroughs, just off the canal. A stone's throw from the Theleme embassy.
Thank you. You've been immensely helpful.
This man is completely owned by his love for the game. Do you think we can trust him?
What would he gain from lying?
Отстала,
I have
блядь,
no
курица.
idea. But what would any wealthy merchant gain from holding a penniless child?
Вот мы и узнаем. А, вот и вот этот Фонтен как раз. Здесь мы не можем зайти, а? Ну, погнали, поговорим, узнаем, кто он, что он, где он, почему. Почему это тут горит? Это тела, типа, заболевших? Ну, прямо на площади. Нельзя было их отвезти куда-то.
Might I help you, sir?
I would like to have a word with Sir Fontaine.
He is absent, but the lady of the house could certainly receive you. Enter, please.
Oh, I know you. I've seen you at court. You are Lord de Sade. And to
Абсолютно
what do I
верно.
owe the honor of your visit, Excellency?
I would like to have a word with your husband.
He is not here, but perhaps I could be of help.
It concerns a delicate matter. We're looking for a missing cabin boy. According to witnesses, he had an argument with your husband before being taken.
I see. I am afraid that you have been misled. You seem to have come to the wrong conclusion. The cabin boy you speak of was not taken. He has simply returned home.
Excuse me, but I'm not sure I understand.
Don't you see, Your Excellency? We got our son back.
I am very surprised. Several witnesses confirmed that your son had a fight with your husband, and that his men escorted him from the tavern using force. If he had joined your husband willingly...
Witnesses? In a tavern? And you choose to believe these drunkards over a respectable family?
These witnesses are all in agreement, and it's their testimonies that have led me to your doorstep.
My son was probably shocked to have found us. My husband and the other men might have simply had to
Хорошо,
carry
надо с ним
him.
поговорить.
A gesture that your drunkards must have misunderstood.
What was your son doing on a Naut ship? Why would they have taken him?
It is what they do. Through pacts and contracts, they steal away young children from their mothers.
What are you talking about?
I would have thought that a legate would know these things. But it is true that you are young and inexperienced. It seems that you have been protected from the turpitudes of our own nation and their terrible allies. This horrible, constant ransoming that they put us through. But I will not say another word. You will have no trouble verifying the details now that you know what to look for.
Where might I find your son now?
I cannot say, Excellency. You must understand why. Until the Nauts have set sail, we live in fear they will take him back from us.
This pact. It sounds like some fear-inducing story.
The Nauts wouldn't be the first to recruit through dubious means.
И куда нас отправляют? С капитаном поговорить? Логично. Ну, погнали, поговорим с капитаном. Крысы, блядь. вперед. Блин, забываю, что тут нету этого.
Sir, you still haven't found your cousin. As you well know, we can't...
Have no fear. I will bring him back in time to...
I'm still without news of my cabin boy.
I spoke with a woman who told me she was the mother of the cabin boy. She claims that her son was taken from her.
Taken? Her son is sea-gifted. His parents were required to give him up, to honor the terms of a contract.
A contract? But what kind of contract are we speaking of?
A commercial contract. In exchange for services rendered by the Nords, some families cede more than gold. In some cases, nations even trade some of their subjects before they're born. I wouldn't be able to tell you the condition of Jonas's contract. I didn't even know he was originally from Serene. But what I can tell you is the young man hasn't seen his parents since he was a small child. And ever since, he's been a Nord. Our ships are his home. We are his only family.
Be back soon, Captain.
You see anyone else who might be able to help us? Anyone who's not a Naut?
Sir de Corsillion's a veritable well of scientific knowledge. He could...
But I still don't see Constantine at your side. I hope he hasn't been the victim of any foul.
Don't worry. We'll find...
I certainly hope so.
I've had a word with Lady Fontaine. You must know her. That rich family that lives near the docks. She told me a strange story about her son who was a cabin boy on our ship. She said that he was taken when he was a child due to some contract with the Nords.
Who was a cabin boy? Do you mean he's no longer one?
They took him back to bring him home.
Well, that is very unpleasant news, de Sade. We need to do all we can to bring the boy back to his ship.
Почему это так
Since
важно?
time immemorial, there's always been a certain price to pay for the services of the Nords. Children born on their ships belong to them. It's the rule of the sea. But certain contracts are so important that they also require children to be offered in exchange. From time to time, the congregation has passed such accord, and certain noble families had to give their children up.
Are you telling me that the Fontaines lost their son because of some agreement signed between my uncle and the Nords?
No. That pact ended a long time ago. This cabin boy couldn't have been a part of that contract. But Sir Fontaine has made a fortune trading with the Alliance, via ships.
Do you mean he would have offered up his own son in exchange for wealth?
Well, he probably did it before the birth of the child, and regretted it afterwards. But that is of little importance. What counts most is that you bring the boy back to the Nords as quickly as possible. Breaking a contract with the seafarers has always cost us dearly. Our nation could feel it in its coffers.
I will do my best.
A father selling his own son for a few boat rides.
Капец.
Seem to have any knowledge of that detail. That could be of use to us.
Чё, опять? Ой, вот это принеси, подай, конечно, меня немножко бесит. Но ничего, даже прыгать нельзя, постоянно забываю. Зато бег нехилый такой, довольно быстрый. Тут ему уж, да? Не, ему уже пока еще нет.
But I haven't quite finished my inquiry yet.
If you would be so kind.
На Твиче я тоже запустил, да?
Come on now, stop lying. Jonas was taken away by force against his will by armed men.
That is not true. Completely false. He...
Enough! With every word, you are a step closer to a prison cell.
Prison? But what would be the charges?
Kidnapping. Whether Jonas is your son or not, he is a naught that you kidnapped and locked up. In the eyes of the prince, you have committed a crime that puts the interests of the congregation at great risk.
I beg of you, Your Excellency. Have mercy on a poor mother who is looking only to recover her child. We didn't kidnap our own son. And if you need to speak with him to be convinced, please do. He's in our warehouse, near the Coin Guard Plaza, next to the canal. I am certain that once you have heard his account, you will see the tragedy in our predicament and help us.
I regret threatening that woman.
You didn't have a choice. She was lying, and we need to find that boy.
Не понял сейчас. А, можно с двух сторон зайти.
Be careful. Fontaine won't be alone. He'll have his henchmen with him.
Let's just try to remain discreet.
Ничего наверх. Всякие прикольчики, может, тут есть. Чё, вообще ничего. Вообще ничего. А что ты вышел? Никаких.
Sir de Sade, what are you doing here?
I've come looking for your son. The Naughts are worried about his disappearance.
Those Naughts took him from us, but now we've got him back, and he'll be staying with us.
Would you be so kind as to hear what I have to say, Sir Fontaine? I looked into the contract that binds you to the Naughts. It was indeed you who ceded your son to them in exchange for help with your business with the bridge.
It is so. But that sort of contract is ignoble. I never would have signed it if I had known.
You should have thought of that before. Breaking the contract could have regrettable consequences for the congregation.
The prince will know how to negotiate with the Naughts. If they take my son back, my wife will die of sadness.
Her sadness would be all the more terrible if she learned of your role in the story, don't you think?
You wouldn't dare tell her. I beg you.
You're not leaving me with a choice.
Very well. Take the key and take him away. Cursed be the day I delivered my son unto the Naughts.
All children leave the nest one day or another, sir. Farewell.
Они начнут драку сейчас.
Locked.
Who are you?
My name is de Sade. I am legate of the congregation. Your captain has sent me to find you.
Were you able to convince my father to allow me to go free?
Yes. Even if I had to bend his arm a little.
That doesn't surprise me. He seemed to have no intention of changing his mind. I feel more sorry for my mother. She seems so sweet and happy to see me.
You don't seem to be all that close to your parents.
I hadn't seen them since I was 5 years old. I barely remember them. They find me, capture me, and lock me up in this warehouse. Hard to grow close after all that. My family is the Naughts. I am sorry for my parents, but that is the way of it now. Can I go home?
Yes. You should still go and say farewell to your mother. Then find your way to the ship. I'll see you there.
Отлично. Капитан нам выдаст приколюх.
It's not possible just now.
А, я мог без ключа, типа, да? Его освободить здесь. Прикольно. Опа, что у нас здесь? Взлом нужен. Капец, уровень долго качается, а? 1400 надо. Фу, я думал, полное этот золото. Ага, можно было сзади здесь пройти. Я понял. Если мы прошли здесь сзади, мы бы сразили эти два чувака. Ну понятно. Ладно, принеси, подай, продолжаются. Погнали. Погнали к капитану. Скажем ему о Юнге.
So, you still haven't found your cousin? As you well know, we can't...
Have no fear.
My cabin boy, Jonas, is back.
You do. It's a rather sad affair, and those souls...
All we can do is plot a course. No one... I do thank you. I didn't think you'd go... Your actions bring you honor.
Could you tell me a little about your guild?
We
Thanks to your...
as others are...
Could you tell me... I was hoping you would go back on your decision, now that Jonas has returned to your crew.
Are you referring to your non-registered merchandise?
Yes, I am. Couldn't you just list them on the manifest? Then we would only have one problem, getting them into the warehouse.
I suppose I do owe you something. It's not much to ask. Consider it done.
О, отлично.
But don't get rough with the guards. They're good Nords.
Could you tell me anything?
It is native.
Could you tell me anything about
it? It is a magnificent place. Wild. The natives have a relationship with their land. And they're a very friendly people, welcoming. I've also heard that there are a great many exotic creatures. But I wouldn't know what else to tell you. I've never strayed far from the ports.
Понятненько.
What do you think of our port?
Are you referring to this one? It is thanks to your prince, even though it remains part of your city. It holds up certain zones are owned completely by us. It's a good port.
Be back soon, Captain.
Отлично. Ого, нормально опыта насыпало.
Greenblood, do you need something?
I must leave you.
Давай поговорим с этим дядей еще.
I still don't see Constantine at your...
Don't worry. We'll find...
I certainly hope.
What will be your official title until...
Come now, don't be ridiculous. I'm coming. But His Highness has also asked me to... I am therefore required to take note of all of it. Also obtain as much knowledge as your help will be extremely valuable.
It's always a privilege. I need to be leaving.
Да, это интересная должность. Хорошо, давай посмотрим журнал. Дополнительное задание. Избавиться от охраны склада. Найти еретиков в убежище. Хорошо, давай сначала... Давай сохранимся. На всякий случай. Не знаю, что тут должно быть.
able to keep your mark hidden from them, they might let us in, unless we just offered them a drink. These sailors rarely refuse one.
I see where this is headed. If we drop a little soporific in their glasses, the way will be clear. I'll just need to find the proper ingredients, but it's doable.
Нам нужен станок. Где этот станок? Попробуем. Бутылка бренди, зелье сна нам надо. Может, есть у алхимика? Подожди. А нам надо, чтобы сделать это, первый уровень науки. То есть самое нормальное это у нас одеться, но у меня выносливости не хватает, чтобы одеться. Сила, выносливость. Очко на следующем будет. Таланты, очков нету, здесь нету. Навыки есть. Немного быстрее совершать серию ударов. Ну давай мы полностью мага будем проходить, поэтому давай качать соответствующие навыки. Нам надо еще и взлом прокачать, и все это. Очень медленно уровень, конечно, дается нам. Давай попробуем у алхимиков купить. Все равно нам нужна наука 2. Наука 1 точнее. У нас нету никакой одежды, которая нам дает науку. Ремесло 1. Давай попробуем купить что-нибудь. Здесь торговец, да? Где торговец? Здесь.
You'll find all... Welcome! Have you seen any...
Купить. Ну, оружие нам не интересно. Хотя... Кольцо священника. За 173. Надо что-то на науку. Ремесло +1. Не, ничего не будет, я думаю. Ну. Харизма +1. Плащ матроса. Это мы берем. Это мы можем купить бутылку бренди, интересно. Теперь бы нам качнуть науку.
Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
Плащ он уже одел, да? Что-то одежда нафтов у тебя продается? Не, у него нету гильдийских одежд. Что вот это значит?
Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
Отлично, вы переоделись на авто. Теперь бы нам это сделать. Где я могу еще науку прокачать? Давай сохранимся. Посмотрим, как это работает. Потому что непонятно пока. Тут, кстати, есть какой-то прикольчик. Взлом меня бесит.
Hello?
We're the relay. You're dismissed.
Finally! The path is clear. We should notify the men. They need all the time they can get.
Да взять все, конечно, что ли. За глупости. найти еретиков.
Who is there?
May the Illuminated save us. Did the smuggler send you?
The man to which you are referring was arrested and thrown into prison, but revealed to me your hiding place.
Вот так вот.
Traitor!
Have you come to deliver us to the Inquisition then? Please, please, have pity on our souls. We have committed no crime. We are not heretics. We are nothing more than historians.
In that case, why is the ambassador of Thélème so concerned about your teachings? Why is the Inquisition looking for you, and why are you hiding?
Our only error was wanting to publish our work.
It's true. We presented our research, but it didn't please the censor. And here you have the result.
We fled all the way to Serene, thinking we would be safe. But the Inquisition wants to silence us so badly that they followed us here.
Tell me more about your research. What about it is so horrifying that it would provoke such a fuss?
Our work concerned the teachings of St. Lucius.
The disciple of Saint Matthias. The one who returned to Thélème after traveling with his master.
The very same. His writing was carefully preserved, but never seriously studied.
With the discovery of Teofredi, we thought it crucial to take a look at the original text. We wanted to verify if this island could have been the faraway place that he spoke of. The Eden of Saint Matthias.
And? What did you find?
Teofredi is without any doubt to find.
In the original text, St. Lucius doesn't speak of an Eden, of the paradise of the Illuminated. He speaks of a voice that came from the depths of the earth, which convinced St. Matthias to stay there.
It was written in black and white, and there is no doubt about it. The original was written in Lucius's own hand.
I understand now what that text has cost you. This voice from the depths sounds more the power of a demon than a saint.
The sacred texts are always difficult to interpret, but what is written is written.
Who were you hoping would give you asylum?
We were hoping to reach Al-Sad. The Inquisition won't chase us into the den of their enemies.
Our research won't interest the Bridge Alliance, or at least I doubt it. But at least we'll be safe.
By entering Al-Sad as clandestines, you risk being taken for spies.
That would be better than being burned at the stake.
Did you try speaking with the censors? You could forget what you have discovered, perhaps.
Oh, we have signed already an abjugation stating that we misunderstood the sacred texts of St. Lucius. We were even ready to...
Refuge in enemy territories.
I beg of you, please do not deliver us to them. Let us continue on this path.
I don't have the heart to deliver you to the Inquisition, but I cannot do much else to help you. Your smuggler is locked up. Maybe there are others in his band that can help you. Be careful and discreet, and you will survive.
Oh, thank you, sir. You are a just man. May the Illuminated protect you.
Thank you for having heard us and helped. You are truly full of kindness.
You have a kind heart, Greenblood. It'll be the end of you, but that doesn't bother me. I wouldn't have wanted those poor buggers to end up on a burning pyre.
It would seem that I'm not the only one with a tender heart.
Прикольная возможность переместиться вот так.
Good day, Excellency.
Sir de Sade.
It pains me to inform you that the heretics use...
Curse them! How could...
Alas, these renegades have found protection with the ambassador of the Bridge Alliance. I would not have been able to capture them without risking a diplomatic incident that my uncle would have condemned.
The bridge. I thought as much. Those heretics have turned to them. But I had hoped that you might intervene quickly enough to stop them. It is truly regrettable. We have nothing else to do but pray that the Luminous might shield us from their lies.
Еще опыта сюда.
How goes the conflict with the...
Your territory is, alas, we fight on every front. Without these so-called savants.
And on Tirfredi?
To my knowledge, no one has yet... The bridge have succeeded in provoking the natives there. Which leaves us.
Понятно.
I must be going.
В общем и целом все ясно. В общем и целом. Так что пока пойдем. И до сих пор 3-й уровень всего лишь. Кобзон удачи. Ладно, поговорим с грузчиками. Ну, нормально мы тут опыта набрались.
Well, now, can we get...
The way is clear. It's time.
Do your best to be quick and quiet about it.
Don't you be worrying now.
The warehouse is at the end to the right there. You can't miss...
Move out, quick.
Хорошо, как там моя репутация интересная? Настовый элемент. Ну, все подозрительные, да, короче. Надо больше сражаться, чтобы быстрее опыт. Ну, тут не с кем сражаться, в чем прикол. Зачем ты это сделал? Ладно, остается только, получается, основное задание, да? Поговорить с вами по старому монетным стражем новой сирене. Указать на карте. Невозможно, да? Тоже когда мы прибудем. Окей. Давайте там походим. Там мы еще не были. Вот еще какой-то сундучок, кстати. Серия магии. Серия магии — это всегда приятно. Пошли, может, какие-то недовольные еретики, которых надо завалить жестко. Тут может быть какая-то битва. Пока 3-й уровень. Очень маленький. Давай, туда нам не дают войти. Жаль. Жаль, жаль, жаль. Хорошо, возвращаемся тогда. Магия сделана как-то глупо. Даже не хочу сказать. Никакой вариативности. Давай поищем, что тут есть. Очень интересно. Двух сидит, мы можем сказать, что мы нашли, но можем? Не можем. Великолепное перо. Странно, что мы не можем другу сказать. И туда пройти мы тоже не можем. Ну понятно. Иллюзия большого города. Ну и по мапе, в принципе, то же самое. Сюда мы никак не можем. Наверное, мы здесь и потом пройдем. Тоже, видишь, нельзя. Хорошо, так. Немного поисследовали. Ты не алхимик. Старые складывки. Все болеют этой проказой, блять. Как-то пьет, цветок пьет. Ну понятно.
Any idea who I am? Open up, imbeciles! I have a ship to catch!
That vulture of a tavern master was right. It is Constantine's voice. It's coming from the floor above. It sounds as if he's locked up. And I have a feeling they're expecting company. Be careful. The slightest itchy word to these brutes will have them drawing blades to scratch you.
Negotiation may be the solution. As you say, this breed of brutes won't spit on ransom money.
What a waste. I'd rather sneak around them than give half a coin to these seedy fellows.
Да, но если бы я знал, где обход, понимаешь?
This man is going to bring the guard out if he keeps shouting like that. We should have got rid of him.
Don't be an idiot. It's obvious that he's a noble, a rich man. He needed to be taught a lesson, but it's better we grab some more. With all those posters we posted, someone with deep pockets will show up sooner or later to liberate the monster. He's making a great deal of noise. We could knock him out, or gag him.
Ну где этот придурок? Ключ от камеры, окей. Он находится здесь. А здесь у нас что?
Well, this has been monumentous, gentlemen, but I have more important things to attend to. An island to govern, treaties to sign, riches to expedite, and a demanding father to impress. Constantine, it's me! My dear cousin! Oh, my lucky star! Always there to pull me out of my fight.
Well, I do what I can. We're departing soon. Your father wasn't pleased by your absence this morning.
Have you ever seen him happy about anything when it comes to me? You know what he thinks of me. He cares about you. I know that. He appointed you governor, didn't he? He is ridding himself of a source of constant disappointment. Enough said. Today we set sail for adventure.
Выберите Константина на экране снаряжения, нажав влево-вправо. Верните ему его одежду, старый вышитый камзол.
If you only knew how these river scum treated me. Do me a courtesy, good cousin. Now that we stand boldly alongside the brave Kurt, let's give them their money's worth.
They haven't spotted us. We could sneak out of here silently. We have a ship to board.
You've always been the reasonable soul. Don't you think these brutes deserve a punishment?
Yes, without a doubt. But don't you think there are more pressing matters? Kurt?
It is your highness's decision to make. Whatever it is, I shall follow.
Все, погнали. Боже, как же они долго. Так, ну вроде все миссии мы повыполняли. Такое как обучение. Опыты только в сражениях тут. Потому что очень мало опыта за миссии дают. В сравнении с той же готикой.
Constantine d'Orsay, future governor of Tir Freddy. I'm enchanted, Captain. I am eager to board your ship.
Enchanted as well, Your Highness. I hope you enjoy your voyage.
Are you ready? Can we weigh anchor?
We should be able to set sail with the tide, as agreed upon.
Permission to board the ship. We are ready.
Certainly. But keep in mind that we'll be at sea for several months. If you have any farewells to make or any final business to put into order, now is the time.
Счастливо.
No, my house is in order. We are ready to embark.
Perfect. Follow me.
I am so eager to discover Tir Freddy. My isle. My new city.
You'll need to arm yourself with patience. The voyage will be long. I've been told the trip lasts months.
And they say the place is full of gigantic creatures. As big as buildings.
That's right. I heard a rumor the Nords even brought one back in one of their ships.
I doubt that. The Nords are strange, but they're not idiots.
Да.
The beast is awoken!
Those conniving, pista-stilling, bridge-building liars. The creature was supposed to be out for days. They'll pay for this.
What the hell manner of cargo are you transporting?
Help! We need ropes! We must contain it! Help!
Come now. Let's lend them a hand.
Хера себе. Я же говорил, это будет босс-арена.
Watch out! Take a step back, sir! Cut! Captain! Keep my cousin safe!
Какое сражение? Беги, дурак. Известное существо. Я... Чего? Что есть это автосохранение. Опа. Обсидиан. Это считается самый пиздатый вообще материал. Это что? Сколько всего понаходило, да. F5 быстрое сохранение, хорошо, что проверил.
Sir, enchanted. We should. Permission, sir. Yep. No. Perfect.
I am so eager to discover Tier Freddy. My up.
Зелье магии. Зелье здоровья 3. 2 и 3.
My new city.
А зелье тумана что дает?
You'll need to arm yourself with patience. The voyage will be long. I've been told the trip lasts months.
And they say the place is full of gigantic creatures. As big as buildings.
That's right. I heard a rumor the Nauts even brought one back in one of their ships.
I doubt that. The Nauts are strange, but they're not idiots.
Вот-вот.
Defeat!
Ёб твою мать. Надо его убивать. Зачем? Ты что знаешь, что это? Что это?
Greenblood, how do you fare?
Fine, fine. It is dead.
Are you wounded?
I'm well. Your lessons have proven effective.
I've never seen a beast this size. It's quite extraordinary.
Cousin, what a fight. You were illustrious.
I'm not of the same mind. I had the feeling it was already weakened. I did nothing more than finish it off.
Your humility remains a constant. But believe me, that battle was absolutely epic.
Сюда. Не, навыки я сбрасывать не буду. Сила мне нахуй не нужна. Здесь будет больше магии пока что. Мы тут не могли и так пройти. О, сейчас нам дают пройти. А нет, даже не дали.
Your cousin's enthusiasm is most impressive.
This journey is his long-awaited chance to prove his worth. He is a demanding father.
More likely he's just happy to be free of this hornet's nest.
I definitely know I am. That's certain.
Ну все, отправляемся, получается.
Stations, lads! Wear and cut and ready hard to wear. Lively now, lively! Catch me a win!
Ну все, на этом стримчик мы закончим, наверное. Сейчас посмотрим вот эту вот заставочку. И на этом наше полномочия все на сегодня. Что там, земля? Обучение пройдено. Сюда его это обучение. Сюда.
What a charming welcoming committee. Gentlemen, I am Constantine of House Orsay, your new governor. I have no idea what sort of ceremony you've prepared for my arrival, but I would gladly skip it, so... Indeed, these are rather peculiar customs. I see, it seems you were quite intent on serving me a drink. Hello? Cat got your tongue, gentlemen? Would it be those annoying beaks?
I am truly sorry these doctors should have shown a greater measure of courtesy. Thank you, dear doctors. Move along, don't trouble the Naughts. Pay no attention to them. Instead, just drink. The long voyages at sea require the appropriate treatment as soon as we land. According to our scientists, without fortifiers, you might catch your death, and that will be quite regrettable.
I should have chosen death. This concoction is liquid torture.
I would think that they would have warned you on the ship.
Not in the slightest. And you must be Lady Morange, my predecessor.
You are correct.
There you are! To your health. Aha! You got your dose of bile too. Allow me to present to you Lady Morange, and to you, my dear lady, my most trusted cousin. Where is the captain? He seems to be preoccupied with some sort of admiral. Indeed. Then I will have to thank him later for this most marvelous voyage. Excellency, lead me to the palace, I beg you. And, whenever possible, go by way of all the intriguing alleyways. I am dying with impatience to discover this new city. My city!
Your Excellence! We must wait for our escort!
No need. Have no fear, for I am here to defend you, my lady.
I've been scullied.
How so?
My admiral laid me off.
My cousin was nonetheless delighted with your services. I hope there was no misunderstanding.
None, I'm sure of it. She just ordered me to give you any assistance you might need.
This request doesn't seem to please you.
Don't take offense, but it's not pleasant for a captain to abandon his ship. In any case, here I am at your service for a while.
Окей, втроем веселее. Все, пока закончим на этом. Всем спасибо. Сохранимся обязательно. И погнали.